I gotta give props to Charles Barkley. Did he ever tee off on Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, and Shannon Sharpe? He ethered all three of them duckies in a row. Cause what he said was true. He said they acting like because the Lakers and Golden State are playing so great the last few weeks. He said that's nice. They're playing great. He said, but Oklahoma City and Cleveland playing great all year. And I'm like, right on. Tell the truth. Shea Alexander should be the talk of the town. He's the MVP. He balling out every night. His team is playing good. He hasn't played with Chad Holmgren. Oh, could you imagine Chad Holmgren goes down and let's trade him for Giannis? Could you imagine that? See, this is what you're trying to reward LeBron James for doing or Steph Curry for doing. Because you couldn't do nothing with what you had, so you make a trade and now you get the right piece, and it's almost like, okay, now every all season starts. This is so frustrating. It's like somebody coming off the bench. This ain't no movie, but you getting excited because you're trying to sell the merch. You're not trying to sell the product. You're trying to sell the casual. That's why I'm with Charles Bark on this. See, because Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharpe, especially Stephen A. Y'all like, let me get the camera and come and see me. Okay. You want to sell everything on LA and maybe Boston or LA and New York or something like that. New York ain't going, by the way. But you want to sell it on this big hype. And they don't want to talk about the real stories. Your so-called journalists don't talk about what's going on. Donovan Mitchell is doing great. He got pretty much the same numbers as LeBron James. He has a team. And he's doing it in LeBron's old playground. Winning streaks, consistency, even made a trade for DeAndre Hunter, is making them even better. And they're getting treated like side dishes that were rejected. Same thing with OKC. I'm sorry that it doesn't fit the glamorous and the hype and all that. But Charles Barkley is right. Kendrick Perkins is an idiot for saying that the Lakers saved the NBA. How you gonna save something when it ain't no one asked for it to be saved? First of all, JJ Redick was going on a rant and he looked ordinary. Yeah, they didn't play great. They tightened up their thing, but they're not better than OKC. And you can trade one all-star for another, and somehow you want to get a cookie? Or Golden State trades a player that was in the finals for a guy who was disgruntled in Miami. And as a Miami Heat fan, it's offensive with Jimmy Butler. All of a sudden now he wants to ball. Well, he could have balled his final time in Miami, then left. He didn't have to pout and act like how he did. But now all of a sudden he's playoff Jimmy. Now he's playing with Steph Curry, which I've always said Jimmy Butler is a sidekick to a better player. That has not changed. He looks great now because he don't have to be the main man because he never was. Luka Doncic crying and pouting. Well, now you got off your behind. That you usually do because you miss half the season. Then you decide to turn on when you feel like it. These are not no stories to get excited about. The Lakers and Golden State is not something I get excited about. They just want to sell it because LeBron and Steph have been two of the most important players of the last 20 plus years and the two most important players of the past decade, etc. They want this buddy, want to make it like Magic and Bird story. This is what it's about. It's all about selling some kind of storyline, punchline, old kumbaya line, and maybe we can get them in the Western Conference. It's a disrespect to the others. Jokic is having a great season, but Denver got to do better. But he's having a great season. Houston's young, green, is showing their signs. They need a leader to show up on that team. The athleticism, they got to win. John Morant look like he's throwing in the towel. It's a shame with Memphis because they look like something. So these teams are not finishing it up. So what's going to happen? But OKC has been front and shoulders above everybody in the West. Just like Cleveland has been front and shoulders, all due respect to the Boston Celtics. And Jason Tatum, they keep trying to push the narrative. Well, he just don't sell interest like that. Jaylen Brown and him are like peanut butter and jelly, which go together, but separately, that sandwich is incomplete. But stop this notion that we need the Lakers and Golden State. We need LeBron and Steph. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if the teams are winning, you be crying about, well, teams aren't playing. Well, you have two good teams in OKC and Cleveland. Shea is playing great. Donovan Mitchell's playing great. Give them they do. They've been consistent since day one. Like Charles Barkley said, the season started in October. It didn't start January 25th around Super Bowl time. It didn't start February 1st. This is what they try to, and that's how you minimize the game. That's why the casual fan, it's these heads on sticks that's more of a problem than the actual play, because they're trying to feed into The billionaire industry, well, let's sell the stars, the stars, the stars. Well, how do you get stars if you don't make them, if they don't come before your eyes? Let it play out. All this ludicrous talk about, oh, LeBron, this and all. And that's another thing. I'm glad Charles Barkley addressed it with Stephen A. and Shannon Sharpe. He said, guys that ain't got nothing to talk about, ain't got much talent. He's absolutely right. How are you going to keep on going about LeBron and Jordan every day? There is nothing to talk about. You can respect them for their different eras. And if you want to put them where you want to put them, fine. But you can't compare that era to this era for many reasons. The styling has changed, the rules have changed, and the landscape of where they play ball today has changed. So there's no way of knowing. But I will tell you this, though. Michael Jordan didn't get stacked packed with 99 superstars. And he didn't get 99 coaches fired. I'll tell you that much. I wasn't even the biggest Jordan fan like that, but I got way more respect. And it's not because of the timing. It's because he played against what he played against, and he won with what he won with, and he utilized what he utilized. That's what he did. Guys didn't do all this, let's be buddies, let's be friends. That's not no real basketball. That's just like playing, shooting up at the playground, picking up sides. That's why the All-Star game sucks, and that's why the quality of the game sucks. And why LeBron James don't want to be talking about the faith, because he's the reason for the problems, because he has edified a situation that was being glorified, which you can't put all these teams together. You see the reality of it backfiring in Kevin Durant's face. That's the problem. So I'm glad Charles Barkley ethered Kendrick, Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, and Shannon Sharpe. It gets tiring hearing about LeBron and Jordan all the time. It's tiring about the Lakers and Golden State. Look, I'm bigger on Steph Curry than I am LeBron James, and he did change the game and stuff. But if Steph Curry was to retire today, tomorrow, I will give him as one of the 10 greatest players, but I won't lose no tears if he goes. Same with LeBron, because it's a new era. See, unlike what other people say about get off my lawn ain't like this. Yeah, I brag about the old school ball, but at the same time, I want to see what's happening now. I want to see Shea get his due. I want to see if Giannis and Jokic get they due. I want to see if Cleveland get they due with Tatum and Brown. I want to see the new. Because we didn't had enough of LeBron and Steph and all that. You know, cats always trying to be all drama and all kinds of antics. It's time for it to go on. You can debate however you want to. But you can't compare eras, because there's stuff that would never fly back in the day. It was a different way of playing ball. Some of it was better than today, and some of today's better than today. I think today they got guys that everybody's accountable for getting shots. That I like better, because them games back in the day when they ended 81-79 were hard to watch because the defense, the way it's structured. But the teams back then were more disciplined, though. You had more, and when you made a trade for a mid-level or second-tier guy, that meant something. Today, you got to have 15 guys who are all-stars on your team, and you might not do, because you got too much bad, what I call low ball parity on the other spot. So, but anyway, I'm glad Charles Barkley, and that Shaq laughed and he dissed ESPN too. Respect for him telling it like it is. We need those kind of voices. I don't agree with Charles Barkley on a lot of stuff, but he told the truth about the NBA. That fraudulent scheming to always push the Lakers and Golden State and LeBron and Steph, and then push LeBron and Jordan mess, is tiring. When you got two teams that have got 50+ wins. Okay? Talk about that. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share if you like, and hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true. And look at what's happening before your eyes. That's the thing that Kendrick and them are trying hard. They made themselves into a cartoon on that network. And same thing with Nick writing all that garbage over there too. Because you got something right before your eyes. But because it doesn't sell and you can't say the names and it's not in the big city, it doesn't get the same attention. You're doing a disservice to what it's supposed to be about. If it's about the game, then it's about the game. But if it's about something else, which it is, that's the politics involved. That's why a lot of people are more turned off by what these announcers are bought and paid to sit there and lie and downplay what's going on in the now. I'm out.